What's up? It's Amber and welcome back to my channel. If you have never been or watched any of my videos, please go do so. So let's just get right into it. So today I am recording a video about relationships, intimacy, orgasms, things like that. This has been a very requested video. So I'm just gonna go full force, go straight ahead and talk about what I need to talk about. So, relationships. I pause. Let me make this clear. I am not an expert. I don't pretend to be. This is just my experience that I have had on my own or experience that I see my friends go through. So yeah. Relationships can be hard or they can be easy. They can be both, truthfully. Complicated, whichever you want to call them. I just say the top few things that I feel like people need to have is communication, trust, loyalty. Truthfully, I feel like depending on the length of the relationship, love can come later. But knowing how to communicate and when to communicate is a big deal to me. Listening and hearing, they're two different things. Please be aware. They're not the same. Because you can listen to somebody and not hear them at all. And then you can hear them and not be listening. So communication is a big thing for me. Like I said, trust, loyalty, and it's a few other things, of course, but those are like the top ones that are coming off my head. So I have been in probably maybe 4 real relationships. I probably would say 3.5. Yeah, but that's another story for another day. I had a high school sweetheart. And then right after high school, maybe like some months, maybe a half a year down the line, I got into another relationship. And then I had another relationship some years later. Wait, maybe. Okay, I say 3 real relationships, but there were 2 people that I dealt with for a very long time. The first 2 were guys, and the third one was a girl. They taught me completely different things about life, the world, myself, people in general. Yeah, I think the first time I ever got cheated on was by a girl. Yeah, I've only cheated once in my life. And I definitely told the guy because it ate me up not to say anything. But you live and you learn. I mean, I don't really know too much, but it's just that to me, relationships are very complicated. And I feel like, or they can be complicated. I don't want to say they are complicated, but they can be complicated if you allow them or make them to be complicated. So it's like 2 people, him and her and her, him and him, whatever the case may be. Just be upfront with people, and that's just how I see it. I'm very upfront. Most people take my upfrontness, even though that's not a word, me being too, it's like I'm being too upfront, or I'm moving too fast, or I'm coming on too strong. And it's not that. It's just the older I got, the more I realized my worth, the more I realized what I wanted. I'm still not perfect. I literally just stopped talking to somebody, and it took me a minute to realize, like, all right, girl, that ain't what it is. Side note, please do not ask me about people that I date. Yeah. But I'm just gonna give you a slight insight, just a little, you know. But if you can't communicate, I've learned communication is key. Completely, it is Key. Excuse me. Like, it is so much other things to this topic, but I wanted to add this in here to get to where I'm going. But, like, truthfully, you really do have to be upfront with a person. And as a man, and I'm not saying all men, but a lot of men tend to not do that because they feel like women don't want to hear the truth. And it's not that we don't want to hear the truth. It's how you give us the truth. It's how you tell us the truth. It's how you say the truth. Like, it's always the way to say things. And people really need to understand that. But some people don't. But they definitely need to. So, me personally, I always say be upfront. I'm going to ask, do you have a girlfriend? Is there somebody out here that is claiming you? Are you married? Are you slick married? And when I say slick married, meaning that you married, but you told me you're not married, but you really married. Yeah, I've been there, done that too. So it's like, be upfront. Don't make up a woman's mind for her. I don't want a man to make up my mind for me. Let me make up my own mind. I'm grown completely. So I think that's another thing, like miscommunication. And it's not even really miscommunication. It's just that you're thinking this is what she wants just because when it's not. And if you have these conversations with women and they're telling you about things that have happened or that what they've been through, what they don't like, what they do like, but then you sit there and then you take that and then you use it against them, that's just dumb and petty and simple-minded of you. And it can go vice versa for a woman too. As women, some women, they definitely need to learn how to let men be men. Stop treating these men like they're your children. They're not. Especially if you don't have no child. Raise that boy that you have at home. Don't try to raise this man. It don't work. It doesn't. But to get to where I'm going, I hope there was like some type of insight, but I definitely would talk about this another time. But because I want to get to what I want to get to, because people have been asking me about this. So for those that don't know, I do polls on my IG about topics that I should talk about. So, and something that has been coming up more and more has been obviously relationships and intimacy. And the other day I happened to see this post on Twitter. And it was that saying that people are saying, and then they'll have like a topic, and it was like making women come. And my answer to that is there is a big difference between making a woman come and her having an orgasm. From my experience and from my friends' experience, there is a difference. They are not the same. They will never be the same. And that's just that. Okay. So, from my personal experience, I have had seriously maybe like 5 orgasms. My first orgasm was from a girl, completely. And yes, I know, oh, she's that girl, y'all got the same thing. So what? It ain't about that. What it is she took the time to get to know her completely. So if you're not taking the time to get to know her, that don't work. It don't work. It just don't work. It won't work. I'm sorry. And that goes for any man dealing with a woman. Or period. A woman dealing with a man, whatever. It don't matter. So if you're not taking the time to basically get to know your partner, then how do you expect to have that type of feeling when y'all intimate? It don't work. I'm sorry. And it's like, people are always like, yeah, I like vibes and all this extra stuff. Okay, you can have a vibe all day, but is you vibing with the other stuff? Because if you're not, then what is the purpose? So a while ago, we had a girls' night. And one of my homegirls, Diamond, I think she brought it up. And we were the only two that said there's a difference between having an orgasm and making a woman come. Everybody else was like, no, it's not a difference. Us, we like, yes, it is. Completely. So my first orgasm was with a girl, like I said. And it, first of all, I didn't know what it was because I had never felt it. And then when I realized what it was, I was like, oh, okay. Is this what we doing now? Okay, cool. So, it was a complete different feeling. I can't really fully explain it, but it's definitely an amazing feeling. And I pray that all women get that feeling. Like, seriously, I really, really do. Like, it's something that every woman should experience in the most amazing way. Completely. You got to. So it's like, yeah, it's like a vibration between two people. It's like you're in motion at the same time. You feel him, he feels you, and this is just my experience. And it's like an eruption, like a volcano. Yeah. It's like it's like a crazy eruption, like completely. Like, I had one this year by this guy that I was dating. We don't talk anymore, but it was everything. And yeah, that one was probably the best one I ever had, like, completely. Yeah, like, complete. I had to ask him what happened. Like, and he was like, I felt everything. He said he felt everything. The me when I to the moment it started to the moment it ended. He said he felt everything with me. Like, he was with me. Like, we was one together, and he felt the entire thing. Okay, so when it comes to making a woman come, to me that's just like, it's still good, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, it's a regular feeling. Like, you get this little tingle, boop, you're done. I mean, for me personally, like, I know that's not like a serious explanation, but it is. So it's like, man, let me be real with you about something. Pleasing your woman will please you. Doing her right, treating her right, will get you that same thing. No, sex isn't everything, let's be clear. And if you think sex is everything, then something is wrong with you. Like, for people, some people, sex may play a huge part. Excuse me. For me, it does play a huge part, but it's not like my number one thing, like, at all whatsoever. Like, and it's weird that people feel, and that's, I'm not even gonna say it's weird, because that's how those are their thoughts and how they feel when it comes to, whatever the case may be. But it's definitely not the biggest thing, but I feel like it definitely plays a part in a relationship. It's another connection besides the connection that you have or making with your partner. Like, you have your fun connection, your serious connection, your vibing connection, and your intimacy connection. Like, to me, I think there are a lot of different connections, and if you can't really connect on a lot of those, then it's like a lot of other stuff won't connect or make sense either. So when it comes to sex, I think, if as a woman, if you know he could do better, tell that man. I know it sounds like, dang, I might, break his ego. No, you won't. Just tell him. Just sit him down and say, hey, baby, let's have a little chat. And if you feel uncomfortable about actually talking to him, play a game. Yeah, make up a game. It helps. Do something different. Tell him, that you don't even tell him, just do it. Do and be the powerful, dominant woman that you are. And do it yourself. Like, get him to understand, like, this is what you like. And there's definitely nothing wrong with talking to your partner about what you like and what you don't like. Because if it's something that you don't like, you're going to tell him. Like, nah, I don't do that. That's not what I do. And he either going to say, okay, or he going to be mad. So I feel like if you tell him what you want and what you like, then it makes perfect sense. And men, if a woman say stay right there, don't be moving faster. Don't go faster. Don't go harder. Just keep doing what you're doing. I promise. It's okay. It's okay. All that trying to beat up. Hey, let me say something. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but that's not always the best option. Especially if you kind of trying to make her have an orgasm. For me, per se. Now, let's be clear. I don't know about other people. Some other people might like getting a little beat up. And that's fine. But I need y'all to know that there's a big difference. And women, if you seen her thinking like, dang, what I've been missing? A lot. I just need y'all to know that. You've been missing a lot. Okay? So, yeah, I definitely want to do a part 2 on this, but I'm gonna do it with friends. I just wanted to start this off because I'm gonna keep this conversation going because I need y'all to come back. I will have all of my info below my IG page. I do have a clothing line. I will have all the information below. So please come back and follow. Tell somebody to watch this. This is just the beginning. I definitely will make like a video by itself about straight relationships. And then the next time I make this video about intimacy and sexual stuff, it will just be just that. So we can have the full video, the full time. I'm trying not to make this video as long as I did. But please come back. Thanks for coming. If you're new, appreciate it. Go watch my other videos. I'm just here to talk about whatever I feel the need to talk about. I definitely hope you guys come back. So, yes. Thank you for coming. Love you guys. Happy Wednesday.